Now, Barclays Africa Group held an annual general meeting earlier today. This is the first AGM since the bank was acquired by Barclays Plc. Our reporter Christine Mhundwa was there and she joins me now at the desk. Christine, lovely to have you at the desk. So you were at the meeting today. In particular, were there any sticky issues that came out?
There definitely were, Nozi. The issue of remuneration once again made it to the AGM. Of course, you know, it is procedure that you bring a non-binding vote for this particular issue. But two issues raised regarding the bank's remuneration policy. One of them being the fact that you can't actually establish a link between pay and performance. And that was an issue raised by shareholder activist Theo Botha. Yes. And that sentiment rather was echoed by the Eskom pension funds representative who was there as well. So questions basically saying, you know, how are you rewarding these bonuses in particular? Of course, you know, the chief executive, although she didn't take a bonus last year and was commended for that, this year she's taking home 22 million rand in bonus.
Wow, that's a phenomenal number. But I mean, Theo Botha is well known now for his shareholder activism and in particular taking on this remuneration. Now we've got Eskom Pension Fund adding their voice. When it came to the actual voting at the AGM today, did we see that sentiment being supported by others? Was there any tension around passing through this particular piece of policy?
Well, not particularly, I would say. We saw that took an 81%, over 80% of people voted for that particular policy. So we know that in as much as, you know, Theo Botha, like you say, has been one of those people, this has been a standing issue when it comes to remuneration policy. The bank has been criticized over the years, going back to 2012, on the fact that there isn't a clear link between how they allocate their bonuses. Yeah.
Well, the markets have closed here in South Africa, in Johannesburg, but we will be unpacking the local market performance. But for now, we continue our conversation with Christine. I'm quite certain, Christine, that, I mean, I've been hearing there's a lot of rumbling around the attendance of EXCO board members. Were there any individuals that were singled out in particular for their lack of attendance, maybe?
Yeah, Peter McClary, the CEO of Tiger Brands, this issue has been in the media, covered by the media. We also had the chairman of the bank actually saying, because this has been a big issue, we feel we need to address it. He sits on two committees in the bank, one of them being the IT committee as well as the social and ethics committee. We know that he has not attended a single one of the IT committee meetings. He's only attended 2 of 4 of the ethics and social committee meetings. And the bank's policy is that as a director, you need to be present for at least 75% of those meetings. But in his defense, the chair, which is Wendy Lucas-Bull, went on to say that part of the reasons why he was not able to attend a lot of the meetings last year were because there was a lot of rescheduling, particularly on the side of the bank, and he was not given sufficient notice.
And sufficient would be?
A whole year.
Okay,
that's whole 12 months.
That's an interesting one. Very quickly before I let you go, let's talk about the overall mood. Having Maria there as well as Theo Botha in one room, I'm quite certain was very, very interesting.
You're quite right. A few moments you would find her sighing, literally exhaling very loudly. She wasn't subtle about the fact that she was getting a little bit annoyed with him. Of course, you know, he did take a lot of time asking a few general questions. And of course, when it came to the remuneration policy issue, as well as the director, Peter McClary, in question, he was very much vocal on that. So very frustrated Maria at times.
Lovely to have you at the desk. Christine Mhundwa giving us the breakdown of the Barclays Africa AGM that happened earlier today.